President Biden is in Poland today, where he's scheduled to meet with refugees later today.
Hundreds of thousands of people fleeing the violence in Ukraine are taking shelter in Poland. Reporter Zac Lashway is on the ground in Poland, and he joins us live from the town of Narewka near the border of Belarus. Good morning, Zac. What are you seeing?
Corley, good morning. We are approximately 20 miles away from the border of Belarus. There is not a crossing in this area. However, we were at a crossing closer to Helm. Right now, we're inside a chapel that has been converted into shelter. But when we were in Helm, we had an opportunity to go inside a warehouse to see where all the heavy lifting is done to support these refugees. Texans on mission. These volunteers with Texas Baptist Men are loading a bus bound for an undisclosed Ukrainian city in need. A member of the Baptist Church donated this warehouse to this relief effort. Here, people from all over the world, including Texas, pack and repack goods to be shipped to Ukraine and local shelters.
It's just an amazing example of unity, I think, that you don't see in every response.
Robert Watson is a volunteer with TBM.
Just to see the commonality of a focus of helping the Ukrainian people and the unity that brings across national, international lines is again, you just don't see it in every response.
We bring cargo here in minivans. On the way back, we bring people.
Peter A. Sons is Latvian. His organization is donating goods, including fuel.
The combination of our emotion is very interesting. It is kind of fear and love, both.
Of more than 110 Baptist churches throughout Poland, more than half have converted their places of worship into shelters.
In our church, we make decision. We want to help them to the end of the world. Even the world was, please God give us the end of this world.
The pastor of that church explains to me that specific effort has helped more than 3,500 refugees in that area. Again, we are about 4 hours north of Helm. That is the town that we brought you to just minutes ago. But for you to understand really what's going on here, for viewers throughout Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia to understand, we followed a group from Texas, a religious organization over here that is here in Poland helping refugees, boots on the ground, if you will. And their fundraising efforts taking place back in Texas is helping fund these types of humanitarian efforts happening throughout Poland. Again, we're in Narewka this morning. This is inside a church, a chapel, if you will, a children's camp also that has been converted into a shelter. And these folks just arriving, some of them this morning, from Ukraine. In Poland, I'm Zac Lashway, Channel 4, the local station.
And before you go, Zac, we just want to say that is incredible, and you're there experiencing this directly from families whose lives were just uprooted.
That's right, Zac. And what has it been like for you speaking with those families and learning firsthand what they're going through?
You know, it's been emotionally tough. There have been several moments throughout this trip that many of us have broken down. You hear their stories, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Yesterday, we were in Helm at that Baptist church, and a van with 15 people pulled up, mostly elders. They had been in the car for 13 hours, traveling 13 hours from Ukraine with each one bag. And there was one gentleman who was blind. Another lady could barely walk, and so I was able to help her and carry her one bag, and to know they packed their entire lives in one bag to bring with them and not know what's next. It hurts. It hurts a lot. And this morning we were talking with a family. They just arrived here in Narewka, and they stayed. They stayed for a while. They wanted to wane it out, and they decided to leave because their town was being hit hard with warfare. And within an hour of them leaving, they tell me their home was destroyed. So these are stories that we're hearing. There are millions of stories, millions, and we've been fortunate and grateful to be able to tell a few, but there are many more to be told.
Wow, thank you so much, Zac. That is just unbelievable.
Truly touching, and great job out there. Thank you so much, and we miss you here in Jacksonville.